keeps your knees above your
yeah.
bum, which is...
Feels, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Did you travel did you bring these with you?
No, but I'm wanting to
chairs?
now. I'm serious, because most of the chairs, they're down there.
Yeah.
And your knees are below.
Yeah. They're very ergonomically...
This
is that the right word?
Look at that.
Ergonomically...
This is Louise with APG.
Legs crossed without my knees sliding off of there.
It works. Oh, I'm on. We're off.
We're on.
Wow.
We're off.
Okay, so the kids in this movie are so great.
Yeah.
They're both brilliant. Was that kind of a different experience for you to work so closely with two young actors like that?
Well, I mean, I guess it kind of was, but they were, I treated them the same. I treated them as Mud would treat them, as my character would treat them. Jeff did a lot of work with them. Ty Sheridan is an actor. He knows what he's doing. He prepares. He knows the craft, right? Jacob, the other boy, was just a young kid who was confident enough to be himself in front of the camera. So with Jacob, it was about just remain natural. He was a little smart ass. He was a quick wit. And so he could do that and improvise. That was a real talent, to be able to do that in front of a camera without going like, So he could be comfortable. Ty knew what he was doing, but is good enough to make it look natural. I treated him as Mud would. Mud was as much of a father figure mentor as he was a friend to these kids. In a lot of ways, Mud's younger than they are in some ways, but a lot more experienced, but still has a real innocence and purity to his heart. So it was, I've always gotten along pretty well with children, and love their imagination, love how they completely bust any parent's logic or adult's logic out of the water at any time. And so, it was not a character who was saying, you should do this. Mud was as much of a wild character that any kid would want to go be around. He's like somebody from somebody's, wildest dreams. And he's on an island, and he's like, he'd be good entertainment to a kid.
Did you, because you obviously started acting a little bit later on, do you think you would have had the discipline and the kind of confidence to do that at that age that they are?
If I would have?
Yeah.
To do...
Because I think you were a bit older, weren't you, when you were first on screen?
I started when I was 21. Would I then?
Yeah.
I really don't know, because it wasn't even in the vernacular of my dreams to be an actor. I don't know. I would say this to young actors and their parents. You still see it today. A lot of young actors, or you see, some of them are fulfilling their parents' dream. Some of them are told to go do that smile and just hold that smile and look over and go, smile, smile. And just, boy, if you can help a I think the biggest challenge is for young actors to be able to act their age. Because in life, what are you doing? When you're young, it's cooler to be older. You're wanting to be older. You're wanting to be more mature. So you form attitudes. Well, if you can strip the attitude from a kid and say, just be yourself, act your age, be yourself, you're gold. You're golden. If you can do it with that attitude. And part of growing up is you try different attitudes, to be something else that you're not, or to be older or be cooler. I think we all did it. I know I did. But boy, if you can get a young actor, you can say, just be you. Don't act, basically, don't act. And if you can do that in front of a camera and understanding that this is going to be seen, and actually you have to do it in this little space of time because we're shooting the scene right. It's a craft, but if you can still do that with a purity of just being yourself, then I think you're golden.
And obviously this is like a real outdoorsy film. You're outside, you're on an island. How outdoorsy are you really? And sort of, would you survive on an island if someone dumped you on an island with a bag of stuff? Would you thrive on that kind of?
Oh, well, I would have to. I mean, I think I would have to. So it's as much of it, like most things. It's probably 90% mental. Once you and I'm pretty good with going. Once I'm faced with the inevitable, I'm pretty good with getting relative and going, okay, if this is my lot, if this is what's going on, how am I going to deal with it? And I could do all right. I'd have to learn some other survival techniques. I don't know how to make some of those traps you probably have to make. But I'm pretty comfortable, And this was a beautiful place to shoot as far as natural wonders. We were on the Mississippi River. I was camping out with my family on the edge of the Mississippi River on a 10,000 acre ranch with nobody on it but a couple of donkeys. So it's quiet, it's clean. The only sound is the tugboats taking goods from New Orleans, Louisiana to St. Louis, Missouri in the middle of the night. So it was very mythical.
And do you look forward to the day when you can kind of take your own kids camping and fishing and all those kind of?
Well, we've been doing that, and part of I've been able to infiltrate that into the movies because my family comes with me when we go shoot. So we go to a place like that. That's how we lived. They went fishing. The kids, Ty and Jacob, took my kids fishing, hiking. You know, we had weekends building forts, doing those things. You know what I mean? So we use the locations that we're in to give them that experience.
And what made this one particularly unique?
Well, the experience of the shoot.
Your experience of this movie.
I've never seen nor played a character like this. He had a very unique voice and perspective on the world and this very subjective heart. I think the most unique thing was staying in that dreamer aspect. That's part of it that made me feel younger and go back to that time when I was even younger and to say, guess what, go live there, Matthew, for the next 4 months. What a great place to go live, to sort of throw other real responsibilities that I have in my own life, to put them all in second place because my job is to live in this dreamer's heart. That's fun.
Cool. Well, thank you very much. I really enjoyed it. So
All right.
thank you.
Thank you.
Climb off my